to scare you, like, damn. You're like, am I about to take the easy way out and fuck my life up, or like, like, am I about to not fail physics just to like, what's it called, end up with some bullshit? But like, what's it called? Honestly, it wasn't that different to me. I was like,
Yeah. I lay on the scale, you gotta glow, you gotta glow. She had my attention, she gotta know.
I'd like to welcome everyone to another episode of the Let's Get Podcast. I'm your host Zeke, and in this episode, I have my friend Solomon to talk about being a recent college grad, technology, and streetwear. You can find his photography Instagram page under HVN_solo. I'd like to give content warning for any strong language used in this episode, and hope you have a nice day and enjoy the show. So I'd like to thank you for joining the podcast.
glad to be here, man.
Alright, so first question, what would your origin story be?
I guess it was growing up in Brooklyn. I guess, what's it called? Just you go to public school, middle school, elementary, whatever, and you just continue to grow, figure out what you want to do, figure out who you are, and things like that. And I guess my passion, I didn't really learn it till I guess high school, late high school.
So it'd be like a documentary, a movie, anime, comic book.
I think it'd be this. It'd be a podcast. BJ was just called just talking shit, like what's it called? Like lunchroom table talks, basically.
Yeah.
What's it called? I mean, in terms of how I would present it, it's too many moving characters to be a movie. It's like almost like harder than explaining like Malcolm X's life or something.
Like the autobiography of Solomon.
Yeah, exactly.
So with that in mind, okay, go ahead.
No, listening.
So with that in mind, you started recently doing photography. When that started?
So like I didn't start caring about pictures for like I always had like a little bit of care about pictures, like when Instagram came out in high school or whatever. Like I remember, if you remember Amari, but me and him used to take like a lot of pictures after high school or whatever, just trying to build your Instagram to wherever it could go or whatever. And so this regular like, oh, iPhone takes better pictures, da da da. And then I started moving into me seeing like more cameras, like people with cameras. I'm like, shit, why their pictures look a certain way and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until like I graduated high school and like I was working this internship, and I had a few. I made some money, so I decided to like get myself my first camera, which was like a Nikon Coolpix. So that summer 2016, I kept using that for a little. I didn't really. The pictures were alright. They were way better than what my phone was taking, so I was happy with it. But it wasn't until around the next summer, that I decided I wanted to step it up. So around like going into 2017 September, I got like my first Canon 1300D, and that's when I started getting more serious with it.
So with that, what kind of photography do you like to do? Landscape, people?
Yeah, mostly. So first, when I started out, I wasn't really trying to like ask people all the time, hey, you want to take pictures? Hey, you want to take pictures? So I just went out and shot what was ever interesting to me, like just going to different stores I know, and or just going to like galleries. I would just take pictures of art and stuff like that. And then I started moving into people more because I found it more interesting. And I realized like what I really came into photography for, because even before I got my Coolpix camera, I started using Tumblr a lot. So I was seeing like the different types of pictures of like my favorite artists and shit like that, and just clothes and all that type of stuff. So I was like, photography was like the best way to combine all of that, like still shoot like the fly shit that I wanted and whatever like that. But so basically I started moving into people around October of 2017, just taking pictures of whoever I could, like my friends or my cousins or whatever.
Nice. So with that, do you plan on expanding photography or just more like a hobby?
It's a hobby. So basically, it's been a hobby. Like I've been paid for it. I've been like getting better in terms of like better equipment, understanding my camera more. I've like updated my camera like twice since the 1300D. Like actually once, yeah, and like updated lens and stuff like that. So I've been getting paid for it. But I don't really like go out of my way to charge anybody yet because like my photography is not where I want it to be. But this summer I plan to start learning Photoshop. Finally get on that since I got free time out of school
Photoshop
and
and
all that.
Illustrator. Photoshop and
Exactly,
Lightroom.
Illustrator,
Yeah.
exactly, Lightroom, Photoshop, all that good stuff. So I'm just trying to get it to a point where once I feel totally comfortable with it, like, and I know I can manipulate a picture to whatever I want it to be to make it look like how I want, and I'm satisfied with that, then I'm gonna be like prepared to say, hey, I know I'm so full of myself, or at least understanding of my skills that I could do whatever.
Nice. That I know a YouTuber named Peter McKinnon. His photography is on like A1. We look at his
Mm,
stuff.
got it. I got to check them out.
Yeah, because since I do graphics, I use Photoshop and stuff like that all the time.
Mm,
It's not
okay.
too much of a learning curve, but once you get the hang of one, they're very similar.
Yeah, I played around with Lightroom a bit. I don't remember if I had like a trial version or something. Like it seems very similar to like regular phone editing, just shifting around hues and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. There's like definitely a certain way I want my pictures to look like. I want to shout out like this guy I know, his name Gabe Suzo. I could
Hmm.
get his Instagram later, but like one time in my sophomore year, I found his Instagram through another friend in high school,
Hmm.
and what's it called? I asked him for a shoot, and like what he did was crazy. Like and he also taught me a lot in terms of like changing my lenses, knowing what ISO and f-stop to use and shit like that, and just continually building, like going on YouTube, figuring out how to use flashes, just trying to figure out different things. Because every time I get put into like a new space, say for example somebody asks me to take pictures at like a concert or something like that, like it's like a new challenge. Like how do you figure out how to take the best pictures, and just seeing other people's work, you get inspired to do better.
Yeah, you see somebody else who like, man, I should have thought of that. And then it makes you want to do better.
Exactly.
So since
Like even
go ahead.
no, I'm saying like even my do you remember Charlene?
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's like very good too. Like she's very like technical. She understands her camera very well. So what's it called? Like me and her, like I like being around. Even Tyler, I like
Hmm.
being around people who just like challenge me to like step it up. Like what's it called? They're taking great pics, but and I gotta find my own lane too. Like I realized that as much as like people are very creative and stuff like that, like I'm creative too, but it's almost like my theme in photography is like very dark,
Hmm.
low lit, like one light type source images or whatever. Like that's my favorite. When it comes out like very soft, like low ISO pictures, like those are like really my favorite. So like I just want to develop my own lane.
So since photography is more of a hobby, what kind is your passion?
I'm passionate about too many things, man. Like it's it's like what's it called? I like technology. Like I read articles about new shit all the time. Like I like learning about I like learning about 5G. I like learning about
Hmm.
new phones coming out. I like learning about like storage devices and shit like that. And I intern as a IT guy. But at the same time, I love streetwear. I love what's it called? Learning about what new clothes came out. I love being on Tumblr and figuring about, oh, this is old shit, or going on Grailed and seeing, oh, this is a 2005 T-shirt or something like that. Like that's my stuff too. Like let me see if I can show you. Like say for example, when we was in high school, like 20 around 2014 early years, like
Hmm.
before Virgil. I know you've heard of him, right?
Yeah.
I seen you in a sneaker store. You know who Virgil is. Like this was his early shit. Like you feel me?
Yeah.
Like I just recently got this. What's it called? It's like something I was searching for years. Finally got it for a good price or whatever. You feel me? Like what's it called? I like going back and finding old shit like people don't wear, and like I feel like I'm a thrifter, but
Hmm.
in the sense of like just like good old shit. I'm not saying I'm like I'm as thrifty as I should be and always trying to find the best price, but like if I like a t-shirt, like t-shirts on my shit. Like if I like a t-shirt, it will definitely make me come out my pocket. Yeah.
So let's go with technology, then we go to streetwear. So
All
with
right.
technology, so what draws you to technology? Just like learning more about it or like how it works?
Definitely how it like works. Like my always like so basically, even the idea of me even getting into technology was just like I had a step cousin and he wanted to do video game design and like what's it called? I honestly admired him a lot when I was little, so I kind of was trying to figure out. And at the same time, you know, you're trying to figure out what you want to do early as possible because you're thinking about, damn, I got to go to college, I got to go to high school, all that shit like that. So you're like, fucking like, damn, I gotta at least know what I want to do, right? So I always just thought about computers. I was like, damn, I want to see what a computer looked like when it opens up. I used to um, even in this little technology class I had in fourth grade or so, like he tried like usually it's bullshit, you know, you're just on computers playing games or whatever.
Yeah.
But one day he actually tried to teach us some shit. Like he tried to show us like, yo, this is a CPU, this is that, da da da. And then I used to also like that show, How Things Work.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. I think it was on the same network or whatever. You know those two guys who are like always crafty. One has like a weird beard. I forgot the name of the show. You know what I'm talking about?
Probably.
Anyways, it was a good. I forgot the name of it, but anyways, that I remember that website. I used to in middle school. I used to like go on it every morning before school, just looking up shit like I remember I looked up pixels. I was understanding like what pixels were, like watching those videos and shit like that in like fourth grade, and then by like later high school, I was what's it called? My dad let me open up a computer and shit like that, and I was understanding, okay, this is that. So like I'm not gonna say I was like always overly top, like I knew code or I knew hardware super well, but I just knew that I liked touching computers
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, even small computers, and looking at microboards. And I wasn't robotics wasn't even really my thing. It was just more of the hardware of like whatever a device is, even opening up a remote or something like that.
Mm-hmm. The
So
curiosity, always trying to learn.
exactly. So I went into school for computer engineering, but then that changed into me going into computer engineering tech because I realized I wanted to be more hands on, and two, that was way too much physics and math for freaking way too much indifferential equations and all that shit like that. I was like, nah,
so,
that's not for me.
so what's the difference between the two?
Between computer engineering and computer engineering technology,
Yeah.
there's more one is more theory,
Mm-hmm.
more general, one is more specific. My field is more about dealing with circuits. So literally my first few years is literally putting together circuits, understanding as you go farther, you know, you do have to take some code. Like I learned HTML, I learned C++,
Yeah.
shit like that. And but still, what's it called? It's always about how does this circuit do something? How
Mm-hmm.
does the circuit allow an antenna to work? Or how does the circuit allow a motor to work or something like that? What's the inner workings of this device that or this microchip that allows something to do something else? So that's literally what I've been learning, and even in IT, my IT shit, like now it's me and more learning of how an office works in terms of all these computers that they hand out and how they have their system set up so it does certain things or whatever or
Mm-hmm.
meets the business's goal. So yeah, that's what I've been interested in terms of technology.
So nice. So it's more like you're like more like the physical, how everything connects physically, not like if this happens, let's see what happens if we make a change. It's more like practical.
Exactly. Yeah, like I feel like computer engineering more lends itself to design
Mm-hmm.
and things of that nature, where technologist is more of hands-on work, more just being a good technician.
So when you made that decision, was it easy? He was like, no, it was in like, you
Yo,
know
it
what?
was scary, bro. You know when you change your majors in college, that shit is scary. You like, damn. You're like, am I about to take the easy way out and fuck my life up, or like, like, am I about to not fail physics just to, just to like, what's it called, end up with some bullshit? But like, what's it called? Honestly, it wasn't that different to me. I was like, bro, I can't. I went to college. I just wanted to get my degree. What's it called? I
Mhm.
know half of this shit you're gonna end up having to learn like outside of school anyway. You're gonna have to end up getting your own certificates. You're gonna have to end up getting your own experience anyway. So I
Yeah.
was like, fuck it, let me try to lower my debt to the lowest amount possible. and just like make it out.
Yeah, I switched my major twice, like most people know. So
What's your major actually? You remember you said business, I think, right?
Yeah, see,
Yeah. Okay.
Baruch, I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I let my
Mm,
college just what you call it, pick for me. So if I got into
mm,
like a business school, then I do accounting. Then if I got into like a tech school, then I do tech. So I
mm.
got into Baruch with the best plan with the C program. So then I tried accounting. Then my mom kept asking me that I really want to do accounting. Then I realized it was very boring. So then I tried CIS because I was like, it's the same difference of like engineering.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a 0 on my Python class. and
That's
in
usually
that
what
moment,
it takes.
in that moment, I was like, you know what? I've been doing graphics as like numerical arts as a minor. Might as
Mm-hmm.
well just do marketing. Have two different skills.
Mm.
And I was like, here's marketing.
Okay, okay. No, definitely. I think that's lucrative. That's very lucrative. Everybody needs ideas at this point, especially in like a time like this. You're gonna
Yeah.
need to figure out. Like, is it like me? My favorite thing right now is like watching commercials to see how businesses are gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like everybody, like look at like stores are now gonna have to do some shit with like they FaceTiming people,
Yeah.
like see like do shopping for them and shit like that. It's like the whole way this shit gonna change is gonna be interesting.
I definitely see we're pushing more towards like I guess isolation, for lack of a better term, where we don't have to do as much physical work as we usually do.
Hmm.
I don't know, not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't think we'll know for a few years, to be honest.
Mhm.
Feel like I feel like even for this, I feel like we really won't know what happened until like 10 years from now we get the documentary. Like this is what really happened during the when you were inside. You know what I mean?
If you had the means like if you were what you call it, an essential worker during
Hmm.
COVID-19, you're entitled to a class action lawsuit.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be tight, man. What's it called? I wish I was essential. Honestly, sometimes I mean I'm trying to stay in, stay safe for my grandma
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But bro, I miss outside. Like even though I wasn't like very social, I'd say just the
Mm-hmm.
idea of being able to go wherever I want, just that's a match.
Yeah. But what college did you go to? I
New
know.
York Institute of Technology. So I used to go to the old Westbury campus in Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
So which was best for me because like I wanted to be away from home, but still be able to bullshit and come to the city whenever I wanted. So it's only a 2 hour change ride or whatever to get to the city. So I was like, that's the
Yeah.
best of both worlds. And then freaking I moved. Then after I changed majors, like I realized I didn't learn. I learned that basically my major was only available in the Manhattan campus, which was at Columbus Circle.
Yeah.
So I started going there.
Nice. Yeah. Also, I miss the outside. I miss the squads.
Facts, bro. What's it called? Even like even honestly, what's it called? If I could just like take a bike somewhere, like just to not be on the train or some shit, I would, yo.
Yeah. I didn't get my bike fixed.
Bro, I need a whole new bike. I need a stimulus check for a bike, man, because all the cheap shit sold out. Like what's it called? The two I
Everybody.
usually to what in like early April, I was seeing like $200 bikes, no more.
Mm-hmm. Everybody was like, "What? Time to get on a bike now." And never use it.
Took my opportunity. Now all the only bikes left are like $400 and shit.
Yeah, but with that, tech. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. Okay.
You want to talk about? I think you said streetwear.
Yeah, we could talk about streetwear.
Oh yeah, so what's it called? Streetwear, yeah. So like the T-shirt, like streetwear started in like high school, like the idea of just like figuring out how you want to dress, like and shit like that. And I feel like as much as somebody says it doesn't matter, like even if like I feel like it's always even if it's not streetwear or whatever like that, whatever effort you put into choosing a T-shirt or making colors match like means something to you. So like what's it called? And it always meant something to me in terms of like
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to have like nice shit, I guess, whatever. Like
Yeah.
this T-shirt, bro, is like a dream to me because like when I was in fourth grade, I could not afford this shit, and my dad was not paying for this shit or whatever. So it was so amazing to finally be in high school. Like I would think I used to do. Did you ever work as a tutor?
Yeah.
Exactly. You feel me? You get your little first bread. You fucking what's it called? You either do something smart with it or you do something dumb. So what's it called? I chose the dumb route. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm young. I finally get to buy some shit I fucking wanted forever. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that. And then what's it called? Like, luckily, I got blessed. I was able to do that internship I told you about. I did it for
Yeah.
2 summers, like the summer before and after I graduated. So what's it called? It was like a good little stack for in 2015 that meant a lot for you to get a freaking your first band when everybody was either scamming or just making $10 minimum wage. You feel me? So what's it called? It was good to like get that. So I was on Tumblr. I was figuring out, okay, I didn't have to dress as expensive as everybody else in terms of like
Mhm.
buying shit I couldn't afford, but
Yeah.
I could buy like streetwear, still feel comfortable in what I wear, still know it means something to this small community of people who fucked with it at the time. Like, cause even back then in 2014, like it was good to buy like Supreme because
Mhm.
like the 20 by 2016 20 no by 2017 it blew up, like people who would never lined up for it. And that's actually due to this movie that everybody in Supreme who's around the Supreme culture and like hates all the new 2014 kids plus or whatever, because like there's this you have you heard of Complex?
Yeah.
So they basically they blew the spot up. Basically they made a movie about the whole resale environment that was happening, and people
Mhm.
realized, yo, I don't even gotta like be nice. I don't even gotta care about this shit. I could just make money off of it or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but the people who even though there were people who always resold or were only in it for the resale, like those people were still part of a niche group. But now like that Complex shit just blew it up. So, but before then, I was just able to buy these little shirts and shit like that and be different. So that's what was my whole appeal to streetwear. And this, as I kept working or whatever, I just kept like being on Grailed, and my cousin put me on and just keep learning shit.
Yeah. For me, it's more just like I wear what's cool and comfortable,
Mm,
cheap, unless it's sneakers.
facts.
Sneakers is the most important part.
Yeah, I know. I saw you in there, bro. I was like, damn. I was like, I know shit changed if my son Zeke in here. Like, everybody fuck with sneakers now. Everybody a streetwear head. Everybody reselling or something.
When I got the college, like, oh, I got money. Say less.
Yeah, nah. And sneakers. I understand sneakers. Like sneakers is definitely in the like the gateway for a lot of people into streetwear. Like some
Hmm.
people like fucked with Bape through Bapestas. Some people fuck with Supreme through the sneakers that they made or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's it called? That my way was just t-shirts mostly, and what I did basically was that I'm very specific. Like I'm like I don't like everything. Like I hate early 2000s fashion, you feel me? Like the baggy pants shit and all that stuff. So I don't like, I try to like follow like what's cool to me. Like I love that 2010 or around that 2010 era to 2015 was when everything was cool to me. So I basically go back and just try to buy everything that I didn't even know was available to me then, or I didn't even know, because I tell this to my group of high school friends all the time, bro. We should have been in the city. Like you don't understand. Like what's it called? Everything was happening 30 minutes away from us while we were either in after school or in that freaking park. You feel
Yeah,
me? Like
Twitter right
shit
there
was
every day.
exactly shit was bubbling. Freaking Post Malone was coming to the city. Fucking Roggy and them was out there and shit like that, and we was just slacking. So I was like, fuck that.
I
Like
had getting our education being good
exactly,
students.
she's getting our education instead of clout. So so what's it called? I'm like, what's it called? To relive those times or whatever, I guess in my own way, I just go back and buy all that shit, and I just like love it because I know that everybody's gonna be buying what's new anyway. Like I don't even know what's the new sneaker right now, but I know, I think the freaking Dunks or whatever. Like I don't really keep up with shit like that. People put me on and ask me like, "Oh, you getting this?" I'm like, I don't really buy new shit. Like I buy old shit. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily worn, but like
Yeah,
shit that's like, you feel me? Yeah,
like, definitely. When I get
older
my
years.
sneakers, I got the what you call it, the Gotos.
The
Definitely
what?
Goto ones.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Definitely got them on resale. I was like, these are mine.
Is that they're yours? They're yours. What's your favorite shoe right now?
Favorite shoe?
It's your
Hmm.
quarantine shoe
My
besides
current.
sandals.
Usually go outside with the what you call it, the LA's, the the New York athletes, or like the LA ones, the Air Force
Mm,
Ones.
Okay.
Or I go with the Planters sneakers.
Mm.
You know those?
And I think what's it called? You're gonna have to send me a picture of those. I don't know the Planters, but I definitely know the LA Forces you're talking
I
about.
could show you a picture right now. Wait, it's exposed.
Oh,
It's overexposed.
like show it again.
Is it working or is it just too
Yeah, I
exposed?
see it. I see it. Okay.
Yeah, because Planters
Yeah.
Peanuts made a sneaker.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
you
like,
go for the little. You go for like the calm collabs. I see. You go for like collabs that you find cool.
yeah, like if granted I have a whole like maximum like over 400, I'm not buying sneakers.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I never spent over 400 on a sneaker either.
Yeah, so when I seen the Go Toes compared to the Go Top Threes, I was like, it's the same sneaker.
Exactly. And you know it's gonna hold a little value too.
Yeah, granted I wear them out, but like
But you gotta enjoy. I hate that. I'm not like if I buy something, it has to be usable. Even if I buy an accessory or some shit.
yeah,
Like, look, like I have a fucking. Hold on, I have this dumb accessory. I still like I have this fucking Supreme fucking poncho. I'm gonna use it. Like I'm not gonna hold it. It's been in my freaking drawer just burning a hole. But I'm gonna use this shit. Like I don't buy accessories for no fucking reason.
granted when the Supreme newspaper came out,
Mm.
I was mad my mom only got one newspaper. I was like,
When
we
she
could
only
have,
when she got one.
yeah, but like, for my brother, but like, we could have sold more. But
Yeah, they was
yeah,
reselling for like $20, right? Or like
word, that's a
40.
profit. Yeah,
Yeah, what's it called? I'd even, honestly, I'll be surprised. I never catch those. Like I remember, like I never even got the Metro card when it came
yeah.
out the year before. But I did end up buying it for somebody, just like a little gift or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I bought it resale for a gift, but I didn't even use it. I was like, because those shits like, because even if I did get it, it has to make sense. I got to be able to use it. Like unless I'm gonna frame it and hold it,
Yeah,
it's just how it works. Yeah.
yeah. I was trying to resell Yu-Gi-Oh cards at elementary, in middle school.
That was a big hustle. I remember what's it called? I had a friend who used to freaking like take them shits from like smaller kids.
And so the box,
Yeah,
I'm like, here you go.
exactly. I remember freaking what's it called? That Yu-Gi-Oh shit was big. But I resell too sometimes. Like I resell most of like, say for example, if I'm tired of a shirt,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't think it's like it matters to me anymore. Or I need money. I just go into like whatever I got and be like, all right, let me see if I could. Sometimes I don't always make a profit. Like sometimes, say
Mm-hmm.
for example, I really want something new, and I may have like only half of what I need to get it. I may resell some shit just to like get it out the way to add to that whatever I need to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I do it like that, but I don't really resell shoes. And most is maybe hoodies and t-shirts. Usually, yeah.
Nice. Back to sneakers. I like ones, Air Force Ones.
Mm.
Fours are comfortable to play ball in.
You have a favorite Air Force? You said fours?
Yeah, fours are
Which ones?
comfortable. I had
Which
this
ones
like
you have?
I just had this blue pair that just got randomly. It was out.
Mm.
It was cool. And that's the same time I got the New Loves, the yellow black ones.
Mm.
And then the price fight went up, and I was like, "Oh my god, I should have got over here."
Good shit. Good shit. I never hit on the Nike app. Honestly, I've only did the Nike app shit once for the first time that they did the whole off-white 10 shits. I was like, bro, let me just get one. Just fucking one. I went that whole day, did every one. Didn't get one. So I was like,
I don't do
fuck
the
it.
Nike app.
Huh?
I don't do the Nike app.
What'd you do?
I just go in stores and just buy.
Oh, okay.
Because the
You
Foot
have it lined
Locker,
up?
nah.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a Foot Locker and there's a downtown Brooklyn, so the Foot Locker and the Jordan store. Usually go
Mm-hmm.
there. If not, you
Okay.
usually go to the stadium, go to Flight Club to get
Oh,
the
so you never
sneakers.
like copped on like the release date?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hear you. I honestly, I lined up. The last time I lined up for Supreme was some years now, probably 2017. Like I don't play that shit no more. Like I was there for I got my picture in Hypebeast one time
Mm-hmm.
in high school because I lined up for the Palace drop. Like when the Palace store first opened in New York, and that was big for me because like I was just starting to fuck with Palace, and
Mm-hmm.
like and it was almost unattainable to get their shit. It wouldn't have been worth it to me at least to get their shit when they dropped because you would have to pay that extra shipping to get it
Yeah.
to New York. So I was super hyped. The first day that shit came out, then people fucked up the line. It was super raining. It was super cold. I was dorming at the time. I left my dorm at probably like 5 a.m. to get there, and I was tight because one of my mans who like dorm too, he went home to Brooklyn instead of going straight from Long Island, so he was out there even earlier than me. So I was like, damn, and he didn't even end up getting to go because they freaking shut down the whole line because people were skipping and doing a whole bunch of dumb shit, and it was raining, it was cold, so I was like, fuck, I'm going home.
Remember when Adidas had the Arizona sneakers?
Yeah.
Two of my
Oh yeah,
students.
that shit got shut.
Yeah. I was working at a summer job at Baruch, and two of my students, they dipped. They feel like messing like, yo, we're gonna come late tomorrow because the sneakers coming out. I was like, sneakers?
Yeah, it was like, wasn't it going? They're gonna release it for hella cheap though. That's why everybody was. Yeah, it was gonna be $1. Yeah, that shit was crazy. I think I know somebody in my school who had them shits too. I was like, damn, you must have scrapped for those.
And the resale was $200. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I was about to leave my job too. I'm like, you know what? I'll be back tomorrow.
This bot shit is annoying though, bro. And I know people who have him. Like, like I got this one friend who paid I think like almost $600 for his, but like he hits a lot. He hits on box logos. He hits on sneakers. Like he gets 3 pairs of Yeezys and shit like that. All of that. He goes crazy on them.
You gotta play the game.
It's too expensive, man. I always thought about it. Even I had an intern last summer who told me the same thing. He like, yeah, I put a few hundred on a bot and then got everything. I'm like,
you like something
like I never like, damn, what's the most I've probably spent on an item? Shit. I think a jacket maybe. I just got this jacket recently for $5. But it's very warm. It was a really warm jacket. And that's a sale because it usually costs like $1,000 and change. So I was like, what's it called? So I was like, this is probably I'm also slowing down. Like as college has been winding down, I'm slowing down because I used to go crazy. Like I used to buy shit every fucking like twice like what's it called? I used to plan that's what used to keep me sane in college. Like I'd work and shit like that, and I like plan out my purchases. Like what's it called? I'm about to have this, so like what's it called? I'm not stressing over homework because I know I'm about to reward myself 3 times this month. You know what I mean? Like that retail therapy like was fucking, or resale therapy was fucking real for me. I love that shit, but I'm gonna have to cool down. We got loans and shit now. I mean, I'm not dumb. Like I've started paying off part of my loans and shit, but yeah.
Yeah, I went to go for free. Financial aid paid for everything.
I heard they blessed. What's it called? I'm sometimes I'll be jelly. But at the same time, the only reason I'm okay with, because I got around 10 bands, like 12 bands in debt, so which is not even bad for like what's it called, like a private school. I went to like, exactly. I went to the cheapest private school in New York basically, and I had a calm scholarship. But like what's it called? Yeah, it's not even that bad or anything. And I started paying off a lot of it, so that's why it's down to that. But what's it called? Yeah, this shit. And no, the reason why I'm okay with my decision, even in taking that debt, is because my classes were tiny, bro. My classes were really tiny. I love that shit, man. I miss like because Bedford, I couldn't go from, tiny ass Bedford to even though my school is kind of huge. Yeah. Like I couldn't go from a tiny ass 20-room classroom to big ass lecture halls. I remember when we went to like field trips to go to UBuff and shit like that. Those lecture halls are huge, man. Them shit's intimidating. Yeah. I know people figure it out eventually, but I'm glad. Like I think the tiniest class I ever had was like 3 people, and that was a core class. So I loved it. I'm glad I was able to. I could ask my professors 1,400 questions as much as I wanted and shit like that.
Yeah, for me, my biggest class I think like 250, 300. Nothing. Like freshman year.
Oh nah, damn. Remember even though what's it called, my class was like 20 people. I think my professor was teaching another, or like there was 3 of similar classes. There was like 3 calculus 2 classes, so they ended up having to use a lecture hall and combine it with another thing to make the whole final. But that was my freshman year. But other than that, my class has been tiny.
Yeah, after that it's like 30, 50 students. It's not too crazy.
I like that. I like that personal touch I can have.
For me, it's always about just talking to your professor, because I know who you are, and then participating.
Exactly. I'm waiting on my grades right now, man. I got these 2 classes I'm kind of iffy about. I think I passed, but honestly, what's it called for this semester? Since I don't know if you heard this, but because the whole Corona shit, a lot of people their schools are either not even counting your average or
Yeah,
yeah,
the
what's
group
it
is
called?
doing that.
You get the pass fail.
Yeah, they're doing
You know,
that.
you still got to get a C to pass. So it's like, well, yeah, I think I can do it. I don't think I bullshitted that much, but
Yeah.
anything can happen.
My last semester of physics, and this marketing class I was taking online was
Mm.
annoying me because physics, it was just like it was similar to physics we did in high school, but
Harder than the yellow.
it was more that because he asked about two variables,
Mm.
and it was like my last semester, and I was just like, I ain't trying to really do that much.
Bro, yo, freaking calculus. Okay, so when I started college, that's how
Mhm.
I knew engineering was gonna be some shit. When I started college, I came in with a few credits, right? They accepted
Mhm.
my AP Lit, they accepted my AP English, and they accepted my calculus, right? I started off taking calculus 2 and
Mhm.
physics 2.
Yeah.
So like like
That's
calculus
the same
2
class twice.
sorry, no, physics 1 and calculus 2 basically. Like
Same
cuz there
class.
was no cuz I didn't take that physics AP shit. I had time for that. So what's it called? And my physics professor was like this freaking vet. He was an army vet from like he's one of like the first people to like fly a jet at a certain speed or some shit like that. So like he started off with very basic physics, but the teaching style like blew
Mhm.
my head, bro. Like what's it called? I had to actually open my textbook for the first time
He was
forever.
like, "What is this?"
Exactly. So I had to like, cause him teaching it was not working. I had to read that shit and then ask questions or whatever. So it was that and calculus too. And for both of those finals, like I spent part of my time calculating my average. Like if I get this many questions right, I could pull off a B and not lose my scholarship the first semester I'm here. What, bro? Cause I had to keep a 3.0 for my
Yeah.
scholarship. So like I was like, fuck. So yeah,
So what you got in calculus for on the AP test?
I think I got a 4.
Oh, like me, nice.
I think I got a 4.
Yeah, I got a D in bio, and then Brooke didn't take it. I was like, great.
City colleges should take more of those shits, man. They wildin'.
They changed it after it's like my last year. They changed it to back to three. I
Oh,
was like, what?
wow. And now look at this class of 2020. They getting blessed. They don't have to take no APs.
You know, I had to take Regis and nothing. It was like, no, this just graduate, man.
That's how you know them shits wasn't really necessary.
Oh no, I didn't realize that in high school.
Huh?
That's why I took the SAT once. I was like, I ain't
I
doing it
took the
again.
SAT 3 times, like because I took it the first time I think I got like a 16, but my
Was that
goal
twenty
was
four
to,
hundred for you?
huh? Yeah, it was out of 2400.
Okay.
Yeah, so I took it first time I got a 16. I took it again. I think I got like a 17.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if I take it one more time, I get it. What? I didn't study. I was not in any type of prepared mode. It was like almost for 5 months since I last took it. Because the first time I took it in like February and May,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next time I took it was like that October or some shit of 2015.
Yeah.
And I like dropped heavy. I was like, all right, no more.
I got 1460, and I was like, cool.
Honestly, what's it called? I'll be looking back at all this shit like it shouldn't fucking matter, man. Just
Nah.
wasting my fucking money and time. Cause I think you just have to pay for it after your first time, right? You have to pay.
Oh, I had the waivers. So,
No, you definitely
oh
have to
yeah,
waive it for the first one, but I feel like after you go a few more times, you have to. Oh no, I think
probably.
you get 3 waivers. I think I don't remember, but I definitely probably paid for one of them
I got waivers for everything. I was like, it's good being poor
shits.
or not having money.
Facts. What's it called? I wish I got more money. I always wish I got more financially. I feel like they started dropping my shit, but I heard another thing that's gonna be bad is a lot of people are their tuitions are rising.
Oh yeah, CUNY is definitely rising.
Yep, uni is rising. I feel what's it called? I think I talked to somebody. They said they usually get school for free. They're gonna have to come out of pocket a little bit this next semester.
And my brother's in CUNY. I'm just like, oh, that's great.
Which one?
My little brother.
No, which CUNY?
Oh, he's in Brook.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Following big bro, but footsteps.
Yeah, we ain't going to Zip, we ain't going to Wiseman.
Oh, okay.
A better decision.
Hey, you got to do what's best for them. You feel me?
Like if I went to Wiseman, I could have had a 3.9. I mean,
I only had probably two 4.0 semesters.
I didn't have any. I just had 3.7, 3.6,
Hmm.
3.4, 3.4,
Yeah.
C minus in class, C minus summer class, 3.8, 3.7, C plus in the summer class, 3.2, 3.7.
Okay, that's not bad. I don't remember what's it. You had it. You did summer semesters?
Yeah, I did two.
Oh, did you graduate early?
No, I graduated on time. I
Oh,
think it
okay.
was my sophomore year,
Mm,
my fourth semester. I had to take, I could only take four classes because I
mm.
couldn't take my major classes or
Uh,
like the required business classes that I needed because I wasn't in the business school yet. So I
okay,
had to
okay.
re-catch up, and then when I dropped my Python class, I had to retake another class to make up.
Bro, my school really tried to fuck me, man. What's it called? When I moved, what's it called? So basically when I came in, right, they were telling me
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, what's it called? You came in with these classes, so this is what you're gonna do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then there were another reason why I was attracted to move into the other thing is because they were saying, look, you took so many of this shit, you're basically gonna be ahead by the time you get over there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you took your physics, you're not gonna have to take that again. Never gonna have to take another math. You took calculus, which is basically like the highest, it's a very high math for my major now,
Yeah.
calculus 2. So I was like, cool. I'm already good. It's not like I'm missing a step or anything. I'm basically out of the game already. So I went over there, and then the new advisor, who's like also became my professor for like two classes I had this semester, fucking was like, nah, they were wrong. They don't know our curriculum over here. And I'm like, what? Like, what's it called? I ended up having to retake. I had to do another physics. I had to do like a more engineering physics or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I, what's it called? And that sucked because the guy only gave us a midterm and a final. Like, barely any homeworks in between. Like, no little test. Because you're used to having like a buffer test,
Yeah.
whatever, to be like, okay, I'm fucking up. I need to understand this shit. But nah, just midterm, final, no in between. So, and I think I got I probably had one of the highest scores in the class with like a 76 or like a 80 something.
You had to fail
I was
high, like
like,
Diallo said.
fail high. Yeah, that's the facts. Facts. When you curving and shit. Oh, I love that curve nowadays though.
Oh,
It's
man,
like,
I used to just love that. Man, I said I curve every class. I was like, you curving it?
nah, they don't always. My professors don't always curve, man. I probably had two or three professors at most, two curved. But I never really needed. I never hoped for a curve really until now though. like, like now, like what's it called? I hope for a curve or like some shit like that. But just waiting on these last grades, and hopefully I'm a 2020 graduate.
And maybe with us, the alumni in this new job market.
The fucking Corona job market.
Nah, but I think I'm definitely doing a podcast halfly to like to talk to people, and other half
Mm,
to have like a side hustle, like side online income.
mm.
So when I
Okay,
start
so
moving, yeah,
this getting some income. That's good.
not yet, but like I'm
Soon.
setting the foundation.
Got you. No, yeah, of course you're gonna build small. I know what's it called. I heard people didn't like have to do hundreds of episodes before they get to like you know that
Joe
area
Rogan
would.
level,
Yo, did you hear what he just got, bro? I know you
100
heard.
mil.
No, it's like 300 mil.
I heard 100 mil, at least 100 mil.
I think I heard 300, bro. I don't even know, but that's crazy.
But that's 11 years of work.
11 years?
Yeah, he been doing this since like 2009.
Exactly. Look at that foundation. And I think he's been getting paid for it before. I think he
Yeah,
was. But
he
what was
making
paying him? Because you don't have ads or nothing. Like, it's just YouTube revenue? Revenue?
YouTube revenue and all that other stuff.
Revenue, yeah. Shit. But yeah, he has like the biggest views. So I just watched the Elon podcast, the
Hmm.
second one.
Yeah.
So what's it called? Damn, he deserves it. He has everybody on this shit. Like he never runs out of guests.
And he does 5 days a week, so
Wait, he
he
does it
getting money.
5 days a week?
Yeah, at least I know he does it multiple times a week.
Damn. I don't even like. Honestly, I just watch whoever I think is interesting, or sometimes I try to watch the people I don't fuck with. Sometimes just to see
Just to see
him
what they're
like
saying.
exactly. But yeah, I didn't even know he does it that much.
And
Damn.
he also has the MMA podcast.
He has a second podcast.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he's gonna be alright.
Yeah, he can go Spotify if he wants to.
He could leave Spotify if he wants to. He doesn't care. That's
I was
crazy.
like, will I get there? Probably.
What's his platform though for the actual podcast, if not the videos? Like, what's his platform that he used? Because all I watch is shit on YouTube.
Yeah, I think he yeah, it's everywhere. Because
Oh,
Google
okay. No
Podcasts, Apple
South.
Podcasts. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
but now
okay.
he's going to the exclusive deal.
So now everybody gonna be tight. They can't get his shit. All right.
And then Spotify will be like, if at least like 10% of his audience goes to Spotify, that's still a profit for Spotify.
I
Like
know
ads and
Joe
stuff.
Budden is kind of tight and also kind of like happy that I feel like Joe Budden is happy that there's a new bar set in terms
Hmm.
of like because that's probably because that has to blow whatever Joe got out of the water. So I know like he's like kind of probably happy like oh so I know what we deserve like I know like we're not Joe Rogan but we very close to that, you feel me? So I know he happy and what's it called? At least I feel like that's the good thing about a deal like that. Like that means that there's a value set at what you could be if you reach that level. So now everybody who's approaching that level, like, nah, I'm 1/5 of Joe. I'm 1/5 of what Joe Rogan is. Let me get my 1/5 of 100 mil. Like, so I feel like that's a very good thing about this space. I've been watching podcasts for probably since probably since college started. Whenever because I definitely followed Joe Budden from Everyday
Hmm.
Struggle to his podcast, and then from there I heard about Charlemagne's and you know that one
Yeah, and
Brilliant
with Andrew
Idiots.
Schultz. Yeah.
Exactly, and then I watch Andrew Schultz Flagrant podcast. So yeah, I definitely like this space. You're definitely a different type of person if you can listen to something for a few hours and laugh and shit like that and enjoy it. So yeah.
The first podcast I listened to was from the Gaming Illuminati with these
Mm.
YouTubers called
Okay.
like the Black Okage, UTXJD the Dawn,
Mm.
Leader the Flock, like Gaming Ethos, like all of them.
Hmm.
That's like the first time I was like, what is this 40-minute video of people talking?
Exactly, just people talking like who know you would fucking enjoy that.
Yeah.
Like I've been telling Trey and them like we've been like honestly I even tried to like I want to do it. I think the hardest thing about doing a podcast is just setting aside time and being able to meet up and shit like that. Because I feel
Yeah.
like this Zoom shit might just create like or like whatever
Hmm.
video chatting service. I feel like this another thing the Corona showing us that it doesn't have to stop. Like it don't have to be you in the same place as people.
Oh yeah, definitely. When the Corona hit, I was like, Zoom.
Zoom.
And that made it easy for me
Exactly.
because like my main problem was space because I didn't have enough money for like studio space. And my school has like a
Exactly.
radio station, but like it's by
Mm.
you have to have like a weekly show and
Mm.
have a set schedule. But like since the way I'm doing it, I'm only 10 episodes a season, 3 seasons a year, so I don't really have like a set show because everybody's schedule's all over the place.
Got it, got it, got it. So you can't make it sure that it's every week.
Yeah, I'm trying to do. That's why I try to pre-record. That's why I take 2 months in between each season and like
Mm.
pre-record and then edit and then like release every week so I don't burn out or like run out of space or time.
It seems like you prefer the interview thing more than just like talking shit.
I don't know. It just these conversations go both ways. It depends on
Mm.
how the conversation works. Because the first one was more like me, like four of my friends, so like five of us just talking.
Mm.
Then second one was more interview. Third one was like interview conversation, like similar to how we are. I would ask questions, they would go on the topic, then ask another question, continue back
Mm.
on the topic, and then 4 and 5 was like similar to that. 6 was me and my friend. We would just talk about Marvel and stuff. So like, yeah, that was more like conversational. Us just bringing up topics.
Definitely, definitely. I'm gonna have to hit you for more information, man, because I kind of want to figure out where can like, because I don't know if I want to do like just the voice recording thing. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
I could like do the Zoom shit and see how that works out for me. What's it called? To save it on my drive or something like that. But I think what's it called? Like even before like the podcast shit, like I made like the group chats I made after high
Mm-hmm.
school. I used to call them like
Yeah.
lunchroom chats. It's like this is called. That's all the same to me. Is just like talking shit with your friends or whatever like that. So I'd like to give it a try, even if it's for like 5 episodes. So I
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to like learn more about how this works in terms of where you put it at and gaining views and shit like that.
I'm definitely gonna put out a PDF for people because a lot of people starting to ask me.
Mm.
So I make it easy to make a PDF and then like have it on the website. I'm also making a website for the podcast.
Mm. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
definitely showing that you could get some traffic means a lot. Means a lot.
Yeah, so we make the PDF and I get to send it to people, and then people can ask me questions after they read it. So this is hard for me to like think off the top of my head what to do
Mhm.
because I'm also still learning, and there's a lot of things that I've learned so far.
Mhm.
So if I have it all in one place, they could just read it and be like, "Oh, hey, this is your thought process."
Got you. Got you. Yeah, I feel like definitely a quality podcast is good because I feel like right now I feel like the people making the most money just depends on like your celebrity in terms of the
Hmm.
podcasting world. Maybe I feel like as it keeps growing, like the space is just gonna widen up and different types of things are gonna go up.
Yeah, I
And
could shoot. Mhm.
hopefully soon you get to sell out like, for 100 million.
Get that exclusive spot. Nah, I might need Apple because most of the people who listen to it so far are Apple.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're seeing the numbers. Which? Okay. Okay. I'm not going to ask you to give out your numbers
Now
now, but yeah.
I'm recently hit 300 total views of everything
Mm,
with the trailers and all the episodes, so that was cool.
that's good. That's good. That's good. Definitely.
And
Definitely.
almost all episodes are double-digit numbers, so
That's
that's a
good.
good sign.
Definitely. As long, bro. I feel like what's it called? The best thing to do is even if you have 5 people who fuck with you, just keep it. As long as you entertaining those 5 people or whatever,
Yeah,
whoever was there with you from the beginning, that's the best part.
yeah. I can actually show you the website so far. It's almost done. Let me just find it real quick. All right, here, and this in episode 6. I'll show the preview of it so they can see the progress.
Okay. Okay.
Share my screen. So this will be like a landing page.
Yeah, I like that graphic, man.
Oh, with this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did it myself.
Yeah, I know. I remember you. I still have your card. I remember what's
Oh
it
yeah.
called. He was telling me. Yeah, I gotta hit you for that.
Let me know. And then the about page. Then you got me, producer and host. Then you got like the highlighted episodes. Then you got like highlighted moments, these clips. Then where you can find it.
Yeah, this is beautiful, bro.
Then the contact. And if you click on the when you click here or like episodes, it'll take you to this page. Where so far just season 1 of like the different episodes.
Mhm.
And then I want to have right now. Just working the main part I didn't release it yet because we're still working on like the transcripts, like stuff like this.
Got it.
So it can help with SEO and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay.
So that's what I've been working on. And then once I get it up, I'll let people see, and then we go from there.
But appreciate this, bro.
And then all this code. This is just the CSS, and then you have like
What server you using though?
I'm gonna use Google like to host it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Google Analytics.
Okay. Okay. How much you paying?
It's Google Analytics is based on how much you use it.
Mm.
So how much traffic you get is how much you pay.
Got it. Got it.
Because I need to
Also,
keep
damn.
costs low right now.
Got it. Got it. I see what you mean. Okay, that's good. That's good. So you wait. So what about your domain? Do you like own it yet, or?
Now I'm also buying from Google domains for 12 a year. So
Okay. 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 All right. That's good. That's good. I appreciate this though, man.
yeah.
Definitely, definitely. We gotta be. Definitely after all of this clears up, I gotta sit down with you though.
Yeah, pick your brain. Like what you doing in life?
Exactly, exactly. No, that's beautiful. I did HTML once, so I definitely see a whole CSS style there. I definitely have made my little website too for my photography once. It was like my project for that HTML class. But definitely, definitely, you're doing good things, man.
And then the app when the app comes out, that could be
Mm.
another step.
Yeah, the app is definitely going. Yeah, if you can show that you can get these people to your app, like if people go log into that, that's definitely worth it too.
Yeah. So season 2 is more like just refining everything I learned from season 1. Then season
Mm.
3, I'm gonna focus on expansion
Got it, got it.
heavily, getting sponsors.
Sponsors, yeah. I want to hear that annoying thing when you're reading off these different, like Blue Chew.
Like in the middle of the show, in the middle of the sentence, hey, never need Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Right of it.
Like, hey, what's it called? We got hoodies. We got hoodies for sale, and I need you to go get those. I want to hear that you're a little bit annoying, just so I know you're making money.
and then when I get the merch. The merch isn't too hard. I want the people first, then get the
Mm.
merch.
Yeah, definitely. What's it called? The merch. Merch thing is like, yeah, you gotta have the audience first. Don't just push the shit on them.
That's why I was
If
giving.
anything, people gravitate to the hoodies and stuff like that. The better it gets.
Giving out wristbands. Right now it's faded because it's like
Smart.
the first one. But like
Mm.
just getting the wristbands to different people to make up
Smart
hype.
too. Smart too. Groundwork is important.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're doing good things, bro.
Let's see. What's on my labor?
Yo, I'm gonna get back to you soon. I gotta hit the road. I gotta get out the house before I go
All right.
crazy.
Cool. So
But
the last segment. So what would you name your origin story?
uh, fuck. Damn, hold on. Oh shit, you did actually to come up with this. Um, I'd say I'd say getting inspired.
Getting inspired.
Yeah, I hate to think of myself because like even in elementary, I never thought of myself as being creative or artist or anything like that. But like I definitely feel like everything that I've mentioned here, I guess takes you get it from somebody else, or you see
Mm-hmm.
something, or you like no matter what it is, even if it's anime. Like I heard about that through my high school friends. It's just some shit you get, even if it's not technically the word inspiration, but you get it from somewhere. So
Yeah.
just absorb life, absorb whatever is coming at you, and you pick and choose what you like.
And do you want to
Yep.
do any promotions or anything?
Yeah, my Instagram is at hvn_solo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my Instagram. Pictures are gonna come, but like I'm gonna form right now. The page is static, like it's just shit I've had from sending for like a few years. People told me not to get rid of it yet, even though I want to like start formatting my page. I want it to look a certain way, so by the time I get to edit and stuff like that and see my pictures how I want, pictures are gonna come out way more rapidly. So just check
Mm-hmm.
the story out for new pictures. Right now, I'm just doing an archive series, like in between this whole not being active shit, just to
Yeah.
show like my pictures from 2017 when I started, and I'm gonna end probably around where I started picking up on the story shit in 2018. So
Mm-hmm.
that's just how it's gonna keep moving.
Nice. Well, thanks for being on the show.
All right, thank
You
you,
stay
man.
safe and be good.
You too.
Peace.
Later.
Later.
That brings another episode of the Let's Get Podcast to a close. Again, you can find Solomon's Instagram page under HVN_solo. For next week, I have my friend Zachary to talk about the importance of mentorship. I hope you continue to have a nice day and hope to see you there.